Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
One play at a time, guys. Let's go. 14, find it.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, he'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rudolph throwing on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set, blue 90.
Now Rudolph on first down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Rudolph. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rudolph. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tim Williams. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go work.
On 2nd down, Wilson completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He completes it to Bryant. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And they'll run it here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, Wilson. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Play action. It's Rudolph. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Here's Rudolph. He's going to look deep down the field. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
14,
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Rudolph off play action. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And on the ground they go with a running back. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave them with a 2nd and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Uses the spin, and now running right through it. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home to the Broncos score. Courtland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44. Yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. So out come the Raiders, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to launch this thing. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. James Washington, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't. Because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And they'll run it here. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
yeah.
Because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game. At this stage in the 4th, they needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
On second down, Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away.
And he loses the football a second time. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
14, run it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Davante Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I think the Broncos have it. They do. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Set! 319! 319!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Raiders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
you.